Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Hobo Hero. I just came back from my vacation from Miami of 2 weeks, and had a blast. Awesome time. I did not. I underestimated, how much living in Miami for 2 weeks on vacation could be, and it's I thought Boston was a very expensive place to be, but I just I should have known that this was going to be one of those vacations where everything is like up through the roof and stuff, and being a cheap Charlie, there's it's money wise it was painful, and I was doing pretty good, during the first week or so, a week and a half, and then women get involved, and then I met these young beautiful young ladies from Colombia, and they helped me spend my money. they helped me hate money, because boy, or at least love to spend it. But other than that, I had it was still a good time, man. I mean, it was a great time, great experience. And the good thing about Miami, man, it feels like you're in another country. It feels like, it's like being in, Colombia or, Mexico or, Argentina, it's just Cuba. More like Colombia and Cuba, that vibe, that whole mix, man, Latinos and Latinas everywhere, Latin music and of all types, and, the clubs, and just a beautiful scene, it's built for the high roller, and believe you me, you got to come there with a little bit of cash, and and the hate of money. You must hate money a lot, because if you hate money, Miami is going to be the spot for you, because they love it when you hate money, because you just give it away. For me, I did it on the cheap per se, because I did like a hostel, and sleep in bunks with strange people with smelly feet and snoring, and people up all night partying. Annoying, but I'm on vacation. It's not like I had to get up and go to work in the morning, whatever, so it was no big deal for me. I stayed up, I slept when I could, and when it wasn't available, or when I had to get up or whatever, when I got tired of laying in the bed, I went out to Muscle Beach and worked out, and made a lot of good friends there, and it was really hard and difficult to sort of like come back. Besides the fact that I miss my kids and my family and stuff like that, it was pretty awesome. Will Miami be something I do in the future? I think so. I think I'll definitely do it in the future, but I think Miami is, to me, would be more like a, you go out there for 3 days, you have a little fun, and then you get back to business. It's not something I'd want to do again for like 2 weeks, because just everything is just through the roof. In downtown Boston, it can be very pricey there. All the rates are, but like a little half-star hotel or motel, they're looking for like $300 a night. Let alone these 4 or 5 star hotels looking like close to like $800-900 a night. It was just like, you go in there, we were at the Mango Tropical, man, and I burned through like $300 just like that. Boom. A drink was like, you get in, the cover charge was like was cheap actually. Normally it was like $100, but they were charging only $40 that night per person. $40. I can't even imagine in Boston paying a $40 cover charge anywhere. But there, you will be paid. That was like a cheap rate. And the drinks, just a beer was like $12. A mixed drink was like $20-something. Imagine paying, I mean, like, I can't imagine in Boston or anywhere in Massachusetts paying $12 for a beer, just a beer, Modelo, or like, you know, some sort of cerveza, you know, what's that? Cerveza. Shit. It goes with lime. I can't even think of it now, you know. But, you know, and then, you know, you put the charge down, and then you get the slip, and you go, oh, like, what the hell did I pay for? I only paid for like 4 drinks. Why is it? why is that $50? But it's like, oh, well, you know, welcome to, you know, Miami. This is how it is, you know. So, but other than that, man, like I said, it was still a great time. I met a lot of good people there. You know, the hostel, you're gonna find, you know, everybody from all types of life there. I must just say that the negative thing about the hostel was it wasn't the best condition, and I think it's, you know, a lot of people there were homeless. They were just, you know, you know, and one of the employees told me, like, American hostels tend to be like homeless shelters, you know. And there's a couple of guys who were like in transition there. They were like, you know, migrant workers who rely on the hostel to, like, you know, have a place to stay while they work in the daytime in the kitchens or wherever. And that's cool with me. But there was a couple of guys there that was just, they were freeloader. They were just there, and, you know, you could tell they weren't doing anything. They weren't on vacation. They were just there to, like, drink everybody's booze, smoke weed, you know, when they can get it, and razzle the dazzle the pretty little girls that was, like, dumb enough to, like, fall for their little games, you know. But hey, more power to them. You know, there's, you know, some people like that in life. You know, I have a name for it, but I won't say it here. All right. Well, back at the station here. See if I can check on the old hobo here. See if it's still in one piece. All right, my hobo is here, and maybe I go holler at the fellas before I pull out of here and see what's going on. Now to start getting back into the whole, you know, work life thing, and get out of vacation mode, and yeah, reacclimate back to hobo life, which, you know, which is too bad, because, like I said, being in a hostel was almost the same thing. It was almost the same thing, you know, except I had to share. It almost felt like, jail a little bit, you know, like, where, you know, you're bunked up, and, you know, you don't really have much opportunities for privacy unless you're out and go and shit like that. And that's the way it is. But anyway, I think I gotta cut this short, because one of my buddies are coming over to holler at me for my vacation. So I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye. Take care.